Hi, good day to you, Gemini. Welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. Meenakshi here. As you can see, I've already pulled out your runes. I found that they were making a little bit of too much noise when I was doing my readings. So, Gemini, this is a general reading for you for the 5th of October onwards. So, whenever you see this reading, it's meant for you. So, just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. And if this reading is not resonating with you, then kindly look at your moon, your Venus, and your rising signs. And those of you that are cross reading, thank you so much for that. Okay, we see that you're starting off in a situation where there has been a lot of abundance, a lot of fertility in your situations, a lot of security as well. You've been seeing a lot of success. There's been a lot of you've needing to express yourself. You've been needing to communicate with others, maybe even inspire others to a certain moreness in their life than what they actually have. Gemini, we see that you have been in a situation where there has been this good that has been coming towards you. However, we do see you moving towards this energy of feeling as though you still have more obstacles to overcome. You might be feeling a bit tested in your situations. You might be feeling as though you have unnecessary obstacles, and this is what you are moving towards, especially after this period of abundance. Gemini, you could be feeling a little bit as though this is very unnecessary for you. But remember, sometimes testing is a part of life, and what I am getting, exams. Some of you have been enjoying good times, but there's exams coming towards you, so you need to be prepared for that as well. So we've got the Sun in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse fell out. Okay, let's draw some more cards here. And okay, let me just put this like this and see what is this. You got the Fool, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. You have got, I actually can't put this down because we've got 9 cards here. The Chariot. You have got the Star card. You have got the Eight of Wands and the Five of Swords. So what we are seeing here as well, you do have Cancer energy here. And we are also seeing Aquarius energy here. And we are seeing with the King of Cups, it's water energy, a water sign, which could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So these energies are here. So what's going on here with you, Gemini? All these promising starts, these promising situations, but you seem here you've got the Sun in reverse. So the Sun in reverse, it can be a bit of a downer, even though it is in reverse. It is always a positive card. It says to me that you'll be going through a situation where things seem to be a bit blocked, and as much as you're trying to be very enthusiastic, there's a lot of pessimism in your space, and you might be dealing with some unrealistic expectations, or even in certain aspects, some of you could be in a space where you are feeling quite conceited about yourself, or you are dealing with somebody who's quite conceited. So if it's yourself, be aware. If it's someone else, be aware. You can be going through the stages, feeling overwhelmed and anxious, and maybe you putting on this false bravado is causing people to see you as being conceited, whereas you are really feeling quite repressed at the moment. You are really feeling quite manipulated, or you could be the one that is manipulating other people. So you need to be very much aware of this energy that you are carrying, because you are moving towards this energy of new beginnings, having your freedom, your innocence, trying new things, and just having this originality in your life. Important for you to realize that a lot of you are seeing a lot of progress in your life in terms of your financials. Some of you could also be seeing generational wealth, generational financial rewards for you. It's almost as though you are building a legacy. We see this coming through here. So you could be feeling a bit proud of what you're doing, about what you are achieving, but you do need to realize that this is bringing you the stability that you've always wanted, and it's creating a very good foundation for you, and is also putting you in a space of privilege. You do need to realize that it's important that you balance yourself, you balance your resources, you adapt to the situations around you, you have this flexibility, and you manage where you're at, because you are quite capable and able to do that right now. Some of you might be needing to manage your situation or relationship with a Cancer person, but if it's not a Cancer person, you might be also looking at purchasing a new vehicle, or you may have purchased a new vehicle in your recent past, and you're needing to balance that, and you need to balance the consequences of having new purchases. Some of you might be thinking about taking a trip, might be wanting to travel, but there's a lot of success in your situation. You can see yourself moving forward. You have both the determination and the willpower to make this work, and we see you feeling very self-disciplined, feeling very focused about yourself and your stuff. We do see that with this, you could be also having an Aquarius person in your space, and you're feeling very confident about your relationship with them, because there's a lot of hope, there's a lot of inspiration in this relationship. And if it's not a Cancer or Aquarius person, it's really that you are almost having like a wish fulfillment in your life. You are seeing this renewal in your life. You are seeing this rejuvenation of things, and second chances that are flowing towards you, opportunities that are opening up for you. You can see yourself moving forward and overcoming a lot, and also having a lot of progress and a lot of success in your life. There's a lot of exciting changes, a lot of excitement coming towards you. However, there is always an however with the tarot. You have the Five of Swords, which tells me there may have been some petty arguments, a little bit of bullying from your side, maybe intimidation. It might even be seen as that. But there has been this conflict, there's been this hostility and some stress. And you need to take into cognizance here, Gemini, that everything is really going very well for you, and you need to focus on the good and on the positive, and rather keep your energy in line and keeping yourself in line and balance with what is the good that is going on in your situation right now. So Gemini, let's draw some more cards and see what else does the tarot have to say for you in your situation. This has already had a very promising start. Okay, all Libra justice energies come up here. Okay, let's draw some more. Let's see what else can we draw for you, Gemini. Okay, nothing else is falling out, so I'm just gonna handle this myself. Let's see. Four of Swords in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse. So you've got Libra energy. You may have it in your chart or somebody around you. You might also have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo around you. You've got the Knight of Cups, Eight of Cups in reverse. You've got Six of Cups in reverse, Knight of Wands. You have Ace of Wands, and you have Five of Pentacles. Some of you might be signing contracts, new deals, new proposals, new propositions are coming towards you. So you do have this energy of almost like a karmic justice that is taking place in your life, in your situations. So some of you might be feeling quite in your zone, in your energy, seeing all of these things that are happening for you. Others might also be wanting to have this karmic justice in their life and looking for that. Some of you might be entering into new contracts. Some of you might be in new relationships. Sorry, I'm just going to hit pause. I just need to grab me some water. Hold a sec for me, please. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyway, like I was saying, there's sort of like a very important situation that is unfolding here for you, and you're realizing that with this justice, this almost this karmic situation that is unfolding, if you don't have a Libra person in your space, it's about, you realizing that it is time for you to also, evaluate where you are in your life and in your situations. But it's also important that you realize that you do need to take a little bit of reflection about what has happened, and give yourself this time to look at how things have unfolded, and also take a time of, if you've been keeping yourself in isolation, not socializing, Gemini, it's time to allow yourself to be more social, to let go of this isolation that you tend to put yourself in, because you are going to cause yourself a some sort of burnout, because there's some sort of like restlessness that some of you are going through. It's like important that you realize this and you recognize that you have worked hard for this and you need to be focused. You need to be very mindful as well that, you know, you are burning yourself out because you are just focusing on your financial choices and your financial decisions. Some of you need to be mindful of somebody who may be a gambler, or somebody who has financial inconsistencies, somebody who could be very possessive, somebody who's also very wasteful, dealing with somebody like that in your situation, or if it is yourself that is so wasteful when it comes to things. It's like almost working in vain for everything if it's all just going to be thrown away on somebody who hasn't got any respect for, you know, that you work hard for what it is that you have in your situations. You need to be very mindful as well that you could be very disappointed when it comes to a love situation. You know, you could be dealing with somebody who's very moody, who's always having tantrums, somebody who is, you know, you're finding yourself just wanting to avoid conflict. And it could be dealing with this person with a very wasteful energy, dealing with a lot of vanity as well, and you needing to come to terms with that. You're needing to realize that there is a lot of stagnation in the situation, and a part of you needs to also learn to accept situation and just to avoid unnecessary conflict. Some of you might also be feeling a bit afraid of change, and that's why there is this conflict situation. Or some of you might be finding yourself, you know, being stuck in a toxic relationship where there is no room for growth. There's a lot of stagnation within this relationship. Some of you could be finding that you are stuck in the past with this situation, and some of you might have wanted to leave home, wanting your independence. Some of you might be wanting to move forward with your life, with your situations, but because there is this energy of being stuck, you know, this could be for somebody who's a young person who's looking for their independence, or somebody who's left an established relationship who's looking for their independence after being in something which they felt was really holding them back and something that they could not be a part of. But we see that you need to move into this courageous energy. You need to be very focused with yourself, but some of you might also be dealing with somebody who's a very rebellious person, who might be a very hot-tempered person, but you need to allow yourself the freedom to express yourself. It's important to also realize that you have this beautiful Ace of Wands. It's wonderful to have an ace in your readings, because it says to me that this is a wonderful time of creation, of inspiration for yourself, of having this amazing enthusiasm for life, and you know, this you know, you're feeling quite alive with these ideas that you are having and where you are in your situations, and how it is to move forward. However, if you are leaving one situation and you're choosing somebody, be very mindful that you're not looking at the past through rose-colored glasses, and not having an honest view of a situation, because you must be very mindful of not making the choice of following somebody who is not a good person, somebody who's actually maybe gives you a bad boy or bad girl image, but they're not bringing that peace and that harmony to you into your situations, because you could be finding yourself you know, moving towards situations where you are feeling very left out, where you are facing then hardships, and things are feeling very difficult. There's a lot of struggling in your situation. You might be feeling alienated from family or friends, and some of you could be, you got to be very mindful of this choice that you're making, that you're not going to be in a situation where you are feeling as though you are bringing shame upon yourself. Very important energy here for you to realize that. So let's see what else does the tarot have to say for you. Okay, I have to use these cards. I need to use these cards now. So let's see, what more does the tarot have to say for you? Oh, Gemini. Okay, whole batch flipped over here. Let's see, what is this? What does this have to say for you? What does this have to say for you, Gemini? Okay, let's start here. You've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You have got the Justice in reverse, the Tower, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit in reverse. This is Virgo energy, Libra energy coming through here, Knight of Wands, King of Swords, and the Star Aquarius energy coming through here. So, hectic stuff going on here. Some of you, need to really take a good look at yourself, Gemini, that you could have missed an opportunity because of making a wrong decision and choosing maybe somebody who didn't bring in the stability in your situation. So, yeah, you're facing a situation of difficulties, of instability, of financial stress, of things not working out for you, and you're feeling quite hostile about it. But it's very important that you have a good look at yourself in this situation. This is a time for you to literally face your shadow self. We all have a shadow self. So this, while you might feel this is truly about you facing yourself and facing your darker side, it's very important that you realize that you need to face yourself. You could be in a situation where you're feeling there's a lot of unfairness in the situation. You could be feeling as though there's a lot of dishonesty or corruption. But it could also be that you are avoiding accountability in the situation. And you need to be mindful of that. Are you the one that's avoiding accountability and wanting to blame others for the choices that you have made? Or is this really, a situation where there has been this adversity? But you do need to realize that you are having a truth moment. You're coming to a situation where there is this Tower energy. Does bring in this like destruction, but it also brings in sudden change, and it brings in the opportunity for you to assess your situations. This upheaval, just it's like you need to like shake things up a bit for you to realize that there has to be some change within your situation, and it cannot carry on the way that it is, and you cannot carry on making foolish mistakes with your situations. Some of you might be finding yourself wanting to really invest your time and your energy so that you can have a very good reward, a very good harvest. There's a lot of planning, there's a lot of investing of time and effort in your situations, whether you're a student who needs to study, whether you're somebody who's starting a new job, or whether it's even a relationship that needs you to invest your time, your effort to make things work, or else you're going to be finding yourself dealing with, or yourself becoming, a very immature and foolish person. It's important that there is planning. Some of you might be dealing with somebody who's a very irresponsible person, somebody who you feel is an underachiever, or you yourself who could be becoming somebody who's an underachiever. And this is going to cause you to miss opportunities and miss chances and miss prospects that are out there for you if you are not going to wise up to the situation. You might be dealing with a Virgo person, but if there isn't a Virgo person in your space, Gemini, then you could very well be dealing with a situation where you are also realizing that, being on your own is not the best move for you always. That choosing to isolate from people, choosing to be a recluse and being antisocial is not the right way. You may have faced some form of rejection, but you do need to allow yourself to return to society. You can't stay stuck in the space that you have been. You need to open yourself to the more that you can be instead of being stuck. It's literally like there's this drumbeat of energy and excitement that you need to listen to. There's this drumbeat of that's saying to you to be courageous and to find your energy, to find your charm, to find, that spirit of yours, so that you can move forward instead of staying stuck in past relationships that are not going to help you, or stuck in past thought patterns that is not going to do you any good. So it's important that you realize that. You could also be having, like I say, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra person in your space, but if not, cards have their own meaning. It's important that you also look at yourself and your situations from a space and a place of discipline, morality, having this very high standard for yourself, being very strict with your situation. Some of you might be dealing with an Aquarius person, but if not, remember the cards have their own meaning. It's also very important that you realize that there's a lot of hope for you, there's a lot of inspiration for you in your situations. that you do need to have these new opportunities, but you need to have this renewal within yourself and feel this rejuvenation within yourself to make things happen for you. So a very intense situation here, Gemini, taking responsibility, accepting your losses, but all in all, a very powerful, positive reading for you. So Gemini, please remember to like, follow, share, and take care until next time. Goodbye.